Today's episode of Livin' Podcast is proudly brought to you by Biophilia Health. Biophilia Health is a multi-modality health clinic located at 143 Sturt Street in Adelaide.
They offer a range of modalities including naturopathy, acupuncture, myotherapy, remedial massage, hijama and Buteyko breathing.
Feeling unwell? Face-to-face or telehealth appointments with a qualified naturopath are available at their herb bar for quick access to herbal medicine.
Just 3 more days to get 20% off all appointments. Use the code word biophilia20 when booking via their website at www.biophiliahealth.com. The orange syrup cake is what I made. It was divine.
Semolina, whatever?
No, it's just puff pastry. Puff pastry. Anyway, we'll talk about it later.
Am I living
Always about food, this bloke.
a funny thing to say?
The way to a man's heart.
Absolutely. Especially mine.
Always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day, on a cloudy day. Always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day, on a cloudy day. Always said, look up into the sky.
The sun is shining this morning.
Yay, no cloudy day for a winter's day here in
Love it.
Adelaide. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to another episode of a Livin' Podcast with Nancy Timpano.
And Vince Fusco. Guys, we hope that you have had your breakfast this morning because I reckon you're going to get hungry listening to today's episode.
Food for thought.
Food for
Thought,
thought.
but it's not even the topic. Well, kind of not. It's
I love that
related.
though. I feel like we could have called this episode Food for Thought.
It can
who
be.
knows
We
at this
can
point?
change. Who knows?
I love it.
But we have a very special guest joining us today on the show. I get a bit funny when there's like, oh my gosh, they're very well known in their field. We're very lucky to have them. We've actually had their other half
We
on the
have.
show before.
Earlier this year.
Good humans. Good humans. But today's topic is too many chefs.
Oof. Now, this is something that doesn't relate just to your kitchen, obviously. This is something that we hear from our listeners, from our friends, from
Yep.
our families. You might be experiencing it at work. You might be experiencing it at home. Too many chefs. When you've got an idea or maybe you're all working towards something and everybody wants to take on the
Yeah.
leadership role.
Too many heads.
Too many heads, man.
Yeah.
Where do you sit in it? Are you a leader? Do you prefer to have someone giving you direction?
Oh, no, I can be a leader 100%, but then I do understand when I'm not,
Yes.
when I don't have the title,
100%.
I need to switch into team player mode,
Yeah.
quick smart. And I feel like I can do that as well. Sometimes I do think I could probably take over if the leader isn't maybe pulling their weight. It can be frustrating
Yes.
when you have been in leadership before. But generally I'll try and stick to my lane of
Yeah.
what I'm meant to do. But today's topic is too many chefs because very shortly we will be joined by the one and only, the real Greek chef.
Yep. Let's not give away all that applause prematurely. We'll wait for him to arrive. We're talking about Yanni, the real Greek chef.
Yes.
If you haven't already started following him, jump onto Instagram at the real Greek chef. He has got some of the most incredible dishes that he cooks. Not only that, but he's a restaurateur. He's
Yeah.
a restaurant consultant. He is so well known in his field.
I was just looking at you like that. I'm like, if there's enough room to follow him, because currently
Yeah.
207,000 followers
Oh, Goodness.
on Instagram.
It's a lot of mouths to feed.
207,000 people are keen to see what this guy is going to cook up in the kitchen. So I can't wait to talk to him. But just in general for us, who are definitely, I'm not a chef. I love cooking.
I love
I'm no
cooking.
chef.
I love it.
But yeah, in terms of life, when there's too many chefs, I can only imagine in the kitchen what goes on when like the head chef is trying to be, is being taken over by, you know.
Oh, no, I just don't think it happens. I think that this is one of the things that I love about probably the culinary world.
Yeah.
And you see it in, documentaries or if you follow chefs, all great chefs. I don't know, have you heard of this series, The Bear?
Oh,
We've just started watching it.
Oh my gosh.
And we have found ourselves at home, even with the kids now. We'll be like,
funny.
breakfast is up. Yes, chef.
Oh, okay.
Yes, chef. Behind, corners. And we find, and I love that, like from a, not just, I guess, like a leadership role or if I'm working on something, I love communication. So
Yes,
when people,
yes.
that's what I love about a kitchen's communication is when they say, order up, or I need hands.
Yeah.
Like they're requesting something, and if no one responds, they say it again. Like,
Yeah.
I need you to respond. I need you to say, yes, chef.
Yeah.
Like, to acknowledge that. I
Yes.
love that, behind. I see that every week at different venues that I work at when, they're serving food back and forth for 400 people, and I love watching the coordination of it. To me, that's what makes the kitchen work, is clear lines of reporting or clear hierarchy, not to be like, I'm above you, you're below me, but it's, like you said, knowing your role.
Yes.
And then how that all comes together.
And when it all comes together, there is no leader really, because
Everybody's done it.
ultimately,
That's right.
everyone's made it happen. But it's funny that you brought up the Bear, because my friend Jules actually texted me the other night, or she put it on Insta, who's been watching The Bear? And I was like, so I had a look, and I haven't started watching it yet, but I'm
That's great.
super duper keen.
It's so funny because it's like the first episode, we both were like, I feel stressed out from watching it, just from like the way that these characters interact, and it's quite full on in their language. And but like it's a really great show, great series. Really enjoyed it.
I can't wait. Now, I had another situation a million years ago when I was working for a company and I was in management, and then nationally they flew us all over to Melbourne for a conference or workshop, whatever you want to call this.
Yeah.
But what they actually did instead, that which we didn't know, don't know if I've spoken about this in the past on the podcast, but we were in survivor camp.
I love
So
it.
we landed,
Yeah.
we went to a park. They literally had coloured flags. You'd had to find your name, go to the coloured flag that related to your team.
Yep.
You then became a team automatically.
A tribe.
A tribe, exactly a tribe. To which, I was, I think, the only one from Adelaide, so I didn't have anyone there that I knew, a few
Yep.
other managers that I might have had conversations on the phone. So you got given, firstly, you got your phone taken away from you.
You wouldn't do well with that immediately.
Well,
I
back
reckon.
then I didn't mind, because
Yeah?
it was like, I don't know, I think it was about 20 years ago or something.
okay.
So it wasn't
There we go.
that one. And then what happened was you even had your wallets taken.
What?
Yeah.
All your
and
personal
then the
effects.
rest of it was clues to get money, and you had the tribal, what do you call it? The thing you had to carry around? The
Like your flag.
No, not even the flag. The in Survivor, I can't remember the actual
Oh,
stand,
like you-
the wooden thing.
Oh, I don't
The
know
wooden-
what you call
anyway,
that.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know what you're
Anyway.
saying.
Anyway, we had to. So we got told to come up with the roles then and there. Who's going to be the driver? Who's going to be the navigator? Who's going to be the leader? Who's going to make the final decision? And what an eye-opening experience it was. I was thriving in it, and I didn't realise how much at the time. I think I'd just come out of a breakup or something, and I was like, take my phone, take all my worries. I don't
Yeah.
even care. Just leave me in the bush. Who cares? But there was a lot of managers when it was actually heartbreaking to see, like mums that have got young children at home, no phone to check in on them.
Yeah, they might have liked that. They might have been like, this is a holiday.
No. It was really it was very confronting. But then very early on, you came to realise who's the leader, who are we going to listen to, who's going to take us to the next step,
Who can we trust
who's
here?
going to get us to this first clue that's going to give us 60 Singapore dollars.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we had to find a bank, and I think it was on, a Friday afternoon late or a Saturday morning. It went over 2 days. Anyway, this thing went for 2 days until you got to it went for as long as you got the clues to get to your accommodation. So by Friday night or the first night, most of us were there late.
Wow.
Very, very late.
Fend
We
for
found the
yourself,
clues.
guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we had
Love
these
it.
$60 that we had to, change into Aussie dollars, and then that had to take us through, and we didn't know how many days. So we're literally going into the supermarket buying baked beans. Can we afford this? No, you can't afford that. That's a treat. That's a sometimes
Everyone's on
food. We
rice
don't
and
need
beans
it.
this
Yeah.
week. That's so
So
funny.
it was
But you
full
guys
on.
didn't know, you're saying. So you thought you were landing
no
and going to go to a
idea.
convention
Yep.
centre and have a conference.
Absolutely.
Be
100%.
trained in some sales
Yes.
techniques, and instead you're out there buying baked beans with 60 Singapore
Yep.
dollars. That's
Yep.
awesome. I kind of love it.
By
kinda
the
love it.
end, as there was some bumps in the road
Yeah.
along the way, but by the end, what an experience. You came to just come together as one, like it or lump it. You're stuck in a car, in a van, in a state that you don't know. We were going through bloody the Dandenongs.
Yeah.
And, I didn't, that was very foreign to me.
Sounds like touring life, really.
Yeah, it was just a crazy experience, but one of those times that I'll never forget, and it made me think, and there were times everyone had their bit to say.
That's what I was going to ask. Was there too many chefs?
Yes,
was
yes,
there
yes.
You can feel the tension between the
Yep.
tribe.
And they even told us, and would often say, regroup,
Wow.
pull it back, everyone, pull it back,
Time
regroup. And we need to start fresh because we didn't want to be sort of catty towards each other by the end of
Yeah.
it. So we every hour or so, if we felt the tension building, it was like regroup.
I love that.
Regroup.
Every hour or so.
Yeah, no, seriously.
No, I believe it.
Yeah.
I absolutely believe
Because
it.
you're following clues. Someone thought, no, you should turn right here, but you should turn left. Who knows the right answer?
Yeah.
So we had
This
to
is
just
why
trust
I like that
the
exercise
process.
because you do have to trust. You have to
Yes.
trust each other without
Yeah.
knowing each other.
Yeah.
But just, I guess, in that moment, making a judgment on who's going to be probably the best decision maker and understanding, like you said, that this isn't for me individually.
No,
it's for
that's
each
right.
of us. It's that whole thing of, you want to go fast, go alone.
Yes.
You want to go far, go together.
That's right. And the biggest thing here is we were all managers.
So everybody
we were
thinks that they're the top
all
dog.
leaders.
Yeah, correct.
So
That's
that
even
was
worse.
really, really hard, but we navigated through it, and it was such a great experience. So thank you to that company that took me on that journey.
I think that sounds like a wonderful team building exercise. To be
It
honest
was
with you, I
great.
think it's great. The for me, it's one of those things where you mentioned before, I can take over,
Yeah.
and I think I'm very naturally problem solving oriented. So I will immediately go into solution mode with a lot of things. I think I've said it to you. I say it to Joya all the time. I
Yeah.
said it to a client yesterday. I said, "Do you want solution or support?"
Yep.
And often what will happen is, like, I'll do it at home. Joya will come to me with something, for example,
Yep.
and I will automatically try to problem solve it because I want to help her. I want to help us. I want, you know what I mean? And sometimes she'll say to me, "Vin, I don't need solution right now. I don't
Yes.
need you to fix this.
I need you to listen.
I just need you to listen.
Validate
Just
how
let
she's
me,
feeling.
let me vent it out.
Yes.
And let me figure it out."
Yep.
And so now I'll say it often. I'll be like, do you want support or solution? And when she says solution, I know
Yeah.
I'm not the chef.
Yes.
I'm your sous chef. Let me help you understand it.
Solu chef.
Sous chef. I love it.
You like that?
like that
Do you know what
very
I like
much.
even more?
What?
The fact that I can see a little shadow at my door.
Oh.
So we're going to take a very short break, and we'll be back with our very special guest very soon.
Don't go anywhere. And we'll be right back.
Now, Vince, Lachlan and Connie, who are the owners and directors of Biophilia Health, they've recently relocated their premises to Sturt Street in the city. Plenty of free parking around, people, so don't be afraid of that. They have got 4 qualified naturopaths on their books, which means you don't have to wait for an appointment.
And even better than that, Nance, you can do walk-in appointments, face-to-face, or even telehealth appointments with a qualified naturopath in their premises.
That's right, you do not need to book in advance. They are open 10 till 6, Monday to Friday.
They've got their herb bar there, Nance.
You can walk on in and say, hey, I need some help for this chesty cough of mine, because that doesn't sound very good, and they will make you up a herbal remedy on the spot. And don't forget, if you're visiting before the end of July, you will get 20% off all their services.
Use Biophilia 20 online or in store, so make sure you're visiting Biophilia Health today at 143 Sturt Street, Adelaide.
Okay, we're back. There was someone at the door, but I'm pretty excited because I was kind of hoping, I was putting it out there that he wouldn't come alone, and he didn't. Because, ladies and gentlemen, our 11 listeners, we have Yanni, the Greek chef, in the house of Livin Podcast, and he's brought with his lovely wife, Fortini. And I wasn't sure if he was going to or not, so it's very, very exciting. So welcome to Livin.
Thank you.
That's a big crowd
applause,
out there.
big applause for you, Yanni. Welcome. We have Yanni here, the real Greek chef
The
on
real
Instagram.
Greek chef.
Yanni, we're talking today about too many chefs. We thought, what better topic to talk about than too many chefs with someone like yourself. But before we get into that, you have been cooking for a very long time. Can you tell us a little bit about how you started? Where did your love of food and your passion come from?
My passion comes from my family.
Tell us about it.
Yes. Listen, I grew up in a very small and very poor village in my country, which is the center of Greece. And my grandmother, she did went to school for cooking, and my mother the same. And, they cook whatever they have in the gardens.
Yeah.
Also, they used to have, goats and sheep. It was farmers. And they pick the foods by the seasons.
Yep.
They don't have tomatoes in the winter. We have tomatoes in the summer. So he has to cook with, real ingredient and fresh and whatever they have. So they have to adapt everything. And yeah, I always help my grandmother and my mother and stuff like that. I don't know why, but something pushed me there. Not only me, I think all the kids, they used to help our parents there.
Yeah.
Because, when you are poor, you need to survive.
Yes.
And if you want to survive, you have to work for the time that you start doing your fingers moving and your body. Because all my life, I remember from the moment I have vision for how I was before, I was with my father and with my grandfather in the mountains, in the farms, and I help everything. Like, first time that I get paid, it was, I think, 9 years old.
Yeah.
Because we used to make a kapna, I don't know how's the kapna, like
Tobacco.
Tobacco.
Yep.
We have our own, farms with tobacco, and this year has a hail, and he destroyed our tobaccos.
Yep.
The hail, yeah.
Yes, and we went to work in other people, and they pay me like an adult, because I was so good.
How good.
Not to brag,
You're
but
doing the work of an adult.
not only me, all the kids.
Yeah.
It was like that. So, yeah.
That's how it started.
You grow up before your time,
Yeah.
And I think helped me all my life, my future.
Yeah.
This was the base.
Yeah.
And listen, people, kids like me, or you're gonna go up, or you're gonna stay down.
Yeah.
So
You learn to survive.
yeah, I learned to survive, and I learned that I need a better life.
Yeah.
At least then I thought if I go from the farms, I'm gonna have better life.
Yeah.
So I always said my grandmother and my mother and my family said, I'm gonna go, out for this country. I'm gonna do things different, and I always have it in my mind. And the future, slowly I did it. So
Well done.
yeah,
Because it's paying off. You've got.
yeah, I'm alive. I do whatever I want. I'm happy.
And you've
I'm
got a lot
independent.
of people that want to know what you are cooking. You have got 207,000 followers on Instagram. 207,000 people that want to know what you're cooking in the kitchen. How does that make you feel? And how did that start? Did you just do it for fun and then all of a sudden there's like, hang on a minute.
I didn't start
People are
even
interested.
for fun. My wife, she pushed me stuff like that. Still, I'm very shy guy. I don't like, when I am in person with people, yeah, I'm crazy. But whatever has to do with, too much ice around me, I don't like it. It makes me crazy. If, like when I am at the house and my wife, she starts to film,
Yes.
at the beginning, now I do it alone. Because
Yeah.
even now I don't like her. I want to do it alone,
Well, you like her. You just
No,
don't like her
you don't
filming.
mean, you don't
You
understand.
don't like
I don't like when I
Yeah,
film,
yeah, yeah.
because when she's doing, I gotta put in my mind that she has time to do this. She has her own work.
Yeah.
Me, when I do it, take me all day.
Yes.
With her, I have specific time.
Yep.
So this now that I do it alone, I do it with my way.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what exactly I have in my mind.
Yes.
So even if I tell her, she doesn't know it. She doesn't know the foods.
Yep.
So-
Yep.
But at the end of your question was how it starts. It starts because I told her that I have it. She knows that I used to have a lot of restaurants back in my country. When I came over here, I just give everything. I give up because I have a big accident before. And I used to have 600 work for me before.
Sorry?
600 people work for me before.
600.
23 different businesses. It was restaurants, it was snack bar, it was, the little cage, if you ever been in Greece, like a candy bars, like called periptera.
Yeah.
And I was the general important from Marlborough in Greece, especially in Attica. Attica is the center, where is Athens. So they, bars all together, different kind of business, but the most of it was about to do with the hospitality industry. So.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah, but I have a big accident when usually my place was 24 hours open, and I have a bike and I go place to place, place to place, and I slip up to my bike and I have a big accident. And this makes me change my life and think totally different. And that the money is nothing
without your health.
without my health, without my kid, without my family.
Yeah.
Before I was very, even if I tell arrogant, I'm going to tell arrogant because, as I said before, I was a poor kid and has
Yeah.
too much power in her heads, and I did it alone. Nobody helped me
Yeah.
for this. So I start to think the things very different, and it was a good lesson for me to shut the fuck up, sorry for this, and be humble and go back in the earth which you belong. And I start to didn't care too much for that. So some they sell, I sell, some I give it. So I see my little girl, you know, by very lucky, I get my wife.
Oh, little girl.
Yeah. And before I was very good with bad with women. Bad. When I mean bad, I mean bad. You don't understand.
You were the bad guy.
Yeah, you know, this, you know, stupid details, you know.
No details. No details.
So, yeah. So I didn't praise the woman.
Yes.
Even if I have a daughter, I didn't praise the woman's. When she makes me to understand what the woman is the most important for a man, for a son, for a parent.
Yeah.
Because I have a child which is a daughter.
Yes.
Daughter was I think, 10 years old.
Yeah.
And I said, damn fuck, hey, you have a daughter. Do you want other people to treat your daughter like you treat the other women? I said, no. So I don't know. She changed my life.
She's very
After
good. I think she's changed.
I started to change my life before with my accident because I went too close to the God, you know.
Yeah.
I started to appreciate stupid things that before I didn't even notice. And then I met her, and she invited me to come over here. We have a good summer there for a few days. And then she invited me to come over here. At the beginning, I thought, the fuck I'm going to do there? Australia, it's a kangaroo. I thought it's like a desert over here.
Well, that's what
I didn't
everybody
know.
thinks. Yeah.
Everyone.
I didn't know.
It's just desert.
So, but that's all right. I said, let's go. What I have to lose? And I came over here, and I met, you know, apart as a woman, I met my soul. You know, I feel very comfortable. I never thought I'm going to feel like...
You found
another-
yourself. Found
Yeah,
yourself
it's like-
here.
His soul, with Fotini, he's saying
I
he
know, I
found
love
his
that.
soul
Yes,
with
my soul, you know,
her.
like, I don't know if you believe, you know, mother half that they call. Well, for me, it's the other half. I think it's the other whole, you know?
Yeah.
She learned me very well.
Yeah.
over here. I think I helped her also in other things, but she helped me more than anything.
Well, that's always the case
Yes,
in
and
partnerships,
she-
but wow.
Yeah, I said, fuck business. I'm going to start something over here. And I said here, she knows that I have the restaurant. And one day she said, I like pasticcio. You know, pasticcio is like
Yeah.
the Greek version of lasagna.
Yes.
Not exactly the same, but, you know, we call it like that. And she went, I don't know, she has to do something. I said, let me go, take the stuff and prepare for you. And she came and she liked it. And she said, I got to do something with you.
I've got to put you to work.
This guy's got talent.
What do you mean you got to do something for you? You know, we're going to make videos and stuff. I don't like, you know, this. No, I'm going to do it for you. This period I didn't work because I was at the beginning over here and I didn't have the visa to work.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we created this. I said, I don't have nothing, just keep me like to do something. And you can call it for luck, you can call it by fun, you can call it like a faith.
Yep.
We start this. And I didn't know me before. The only that I know is just open the phone and call the numbers.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Facebook,
Yeah,
Instagram,
yeah,
and
I
stuff like
know.
that.
There's a lot
In
now.
my Facebook, my daughter, she 10 years girl, she opened my account in Facebook.
She started
Yeah,
with
I
I
have
love it.
nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and she create all this Facebook, Instagram, I don't know how they call it. Still, I don't do. She always do this. And
Yeah.
I don't answer message. I don't see nothing. She do everything. The only does do my videos.
Yep.
And you know, I don't know, slowly, and we opened the restaurant in 3 months after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we start
In
I think-
Melbourne?
Yes.
No, yeah?
Yeah, we
Yep.
start September. The videos and Christmas we opened the 28th of December. We opened the place.
What year was this?
It's a Greek restaurant. I didn't want to
What
do
year?
this.
What year? How?
2018.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
I came 2017.
Yep.
Exactly 1 year left. We opened the restaurant.
I love
Gosh, so you've only been here for 7 years.
Yes.
That's amazing what you've done in that time. That is crazy. And then in between that, we got COVID
that. Yeah.
to muck it all up.
This makes me to stop the restaurant over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we opened the place, and for the first day, because she knows what, I don't know, to give it to the people.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I'm not saying because I do this, but it's true. For the first day, we opened the place, and she told me to open a Greek restaurant because I was against. I went to open like a burger, something fast, you know.
Yeah.
And she, no, do Greek restaurant. I'm like, oh, God, right, we open Greek restaurant. Because I know to make a Greek restaurant, you need a lot of preparation.
Yeah.
So it's not like fast food, you know, you take the stuff and people come, give order and do it. You need pre-work a lot.
Yeah.
And then when the people come, you just give your food. Just heat it a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. And then because I didn't have people to work for me,
That's
nothing.
right.
It was a difficult beginning, but from the first day, the place was packed. When I mean packed, I mean packed lines.
Love that.
Fuck, girl,
That's what you want.
And believe me, the place in the middle of the desert. I mean, who has our place over here? And the sides, it was dense for junkie people that the government pay the houses.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know nothing. Because all my life I said location for the place.
Totally.
But here she said me, it doesn't matter this here.
They'll
Australia
find
will have
you.
different
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah.
I was so obsessed, believe me, like, what she say me? I said, leave yourself. Sometimes I never listen to people, but she said me, listen one time. All right, I listen. And she was right.
I love it.
Yes, she was right.
I thought if they want to come and eat his food, they'll travel.
That's
100%.
right.
100%. If you build it, they will come. There's so many things, Yanni, in that first answer to like the question that I love. There's so many things I love about it. Not only like you said, firstly the food being so connected to your family, your passion and survival, but then how that evolved into then starting up so many businesses around Greece to have 600 people. Which, like you said, it becomes that not like a greedy thing, but it's like it's exciting. You're moving
Yeah.
forward from where you were. Yeah. The bike accident to then make you go, well, hang on, fuck all of that.
Not important.
And it's something that I spoke about yesterday actually with someone saying how, life sometimes will trick you into thinking that all the blessings that we get are financial. Do you know what I mean? That's what society tells us. It's all about finance and security.
Yeah,
And we start then, we take for granted the
Right.
other blessings like our health and the time that we get to
Exactly.
spend with our families and our
We're
loved
like,
ones. And
like a ships. Like,
Yeah.
I gotta make money. I gotta do it.
Yeah.
yeah.
For what?
For what? If I can't enjoy it with my family,
No.
if I can't actually be
No,
present.
exactly.
And I love that you had that sort of experience. Unfortunately, you had an accident, but
But the blessing, there
the
was a
blessing.
blessing in that. The blessing
My
almost
mother-
was the
my
accident
mother
because
said
look what
that-
happened.
My mother said that 9 October 2014, I reborn.
you were reborn. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what my mother
Wow.
said. Every 9 of October, my mother, she has like a birthday in my house.
I love it.
Because people said, the doctor said, you are dead. I woke up 6 days after.
Oh, Jesus,
I
so this
went
is a
with- I
this is a
went
bad
with-
accident.
I went with 19% less than the human life he can survive.
19.
Bleeding, because I
yeah.
bleed over here. Everything, I destroy everything in my intestine. And nobody knows how I live. But I know, because I know for the God,
Yeah.
keep me here, because I see him. I don't want to speak with this experience, but I
Oh, we're all
wasn't-
for
I
it, but
was the
maybe another
worst.
episode for that because
I
we're all
was
for
the
it.
worst for religion,
Yeah.
but now I'm the most religion guy that you ever find. Still, I'm cursing, the Greek has
That's
to have
okay.
this cursing. But believe me, I believe the God like more than anything.
Yeah.
Whatever I have is my guide everywhere.
Yeah.
I ask his permission. I ask to help me every night.
I love it.
Morning.
Amazing.
And every day before I sleep, I thank him that I'm alive. And every day when I wake him, I thank him that I'm alive. And for the people that they give me around me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I was with so many people, I said 100, 600 people around me. Everybody licked my fucking dick.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be with me around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Pretending nearly choked on a
nobody
coffee.
likes me. But nobody likes me. Everybody wants to take something about
That's
me.
right.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
everybody thinks that I want to take something for them.
No.
No.
I wasn't like that. I believe me. Maybe I was greedy. Maybe I was very arrogant. Maybe like that. But many of them, I give them my fucking life. I helped towards people. I am very aggressive when I work. I'm screaming and I don't take shit around of me.
You just get the job done. You do it and you do
for
it
2
right.
3 hours. What is the
Yeah.
business? And this was my problem when we started the place over here. We couldn't find people to work.
Yeah.
And when they come, I have my tsunami way, like coming people, we gotta feed them, we scream each other, you screaming, everything. Oh God, don't say something bad to him because he's gonna go to settle. Don't put him to do something else because they said me, I'm a waiter, I don't do this, I don't do. What the fuck? It's 3 hours. You're gonna work
Many
and fucking do it.
rights
What do you mean you
now.
don't do
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
Just
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
That's what I do everything. You don't work, I'm up 2 hours, I do everything. You don't work? What the fuck you mean you don't do it? Not doing. Oh God, that's why I didn't never open a restaurant again
Yeah.
here. And I will never open it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is the place. Because I cannot find people to
And
work.
but your expectation, it just doesn't work like that anymore, unfortunately.
No, but it's fucking bullshit because I agree. Like, good help is hard to find.
Yes.
But nobody wants to work to get the reward. They just expect this entitlement.
Yes.
You gotta
Even-
be team.
Yes.
You've got to be a team. And that's what we said before. You want to
Yeah.
go fast, go alone.
Yeah.
See you later. You want to go together, you want to go far, we'll go together. And we'll work together. We'll do it.
So when you want me to help you in everything. He don't want me to help you. Just to give me 5 o'clock. It was 5.1
Yeah, see
seconds.
you
in my
later.
left.
Yes, see ya.
10 o'clock, they leave everything and I go.
Yeah.
And I finish, everything alone. I stay at 12 o'clock the night and finish everything. Like, what's going on with these people?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, God, man.
We could have so many titles to this episode. I'm feeling
Too
like
many
it.
chefs is
too
one of
many
them.
chefs, too many,
Good help is hard to find.
too many, like, count your blessings.
100%.
You know what I mean? There could be so many titles. But tell me, what was was there one video that you uploaded that went crazy, that you went, whoa, I'm onto something here? And was it on Instagram or YouTube? Because you got your YouTube channel as well, and that's going
Nah, the
crazy. But was
YouTube-
there one in particular? Because I've had a quick look, and your bloody Greek olives, they're friggin' popular.
Delicious though.
There's a lot of people out there want to know about your Greek olives.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like over 20,000 people for one little video are looking at just your Greek olives. And look, some of your other ones, how do you say it? Lamb consuvali?
Kodosuli.
Oh, yeah, that one.
It's a skewer, big suvla. Like
Just letting you know, you probably don't go back and check. Very popular.
I don't check it.
Let me tell you what else is popular. Your pork knuckles. They're bloody popular.
You know what I love though? The thing that I love about Yanni's response here, he says, I don't go back and look.
Exactly, because he
because
does it for the love of it.
It's not for everybody else as well.
I love this.
Yeah, perfect.
I absolutely love it. But-
Fatini's been having a look.
So
What have
you
got,
don't know
Fatini?
now. You're double. But so there
fish-
wasn't anything in
Fish
particular.
video he made. There was a fish video. he
Marinated octopus.
made.
That was
one as
big.
well.
That's my
But there
That was
favourite.
big.
The snapper he made in the oven. That was a popular one.
Look, I lost
That's for the
count.
beginning.
I started and I was like, you know what? I'm going to write a few down. And I was like, oh my gosh, my mouth is salivating here.
I go
just
for the
reading it
cakes.
all.
I go for the cakes myself. I
Well,
always
don't
follow
worry.
the
You
cake
have to. The
recipes.
nectarine pie is his most
Yum.
popular. Nectarine pie. That sounds bloody delicious. But honestly, you are obviously sharing your love of food and everything. So you've even helped other restaurants. You've gone and consulted. I know on,
Yes.
I've seen on your socials, you were invited back to Melbourne.
Not only that, there's too many places that we do, and they don't pay me to advertisement, so I don't do it. So just
Yeah.
they want me to help with with the
Menu.
The
menu.
menu.
I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they say that they do it alone. It's fine with me. They just pay me.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's
100%.
fine.
So but
But how do you step into someone else's restaurant, their staff? You've been brought in to help with either a menu item or whatever. You might have the head chef that you're telling what to do. How does that
before
go?
they will have a communication with the head chef. And
But have you butted heads?
no, it's
Never?
the first time when I went in Sydney, the first place, 3 years before, one guy was a fathead. Listen, I understand the point of the chef that is there but when you accept somebody to come in your kitchen to help you, you just shut the fuck up and you
Yeah,
do whatever.
that's right.
Because you don't know this. He was, his kitchen was about French cuisine and
Yep.
or what they call it here, new modern Australian mixed all together.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't understand it.
Fusion.
People,
It's a scramble.
It's a
yeah,
scramble.
something like that, something scrambled. For me, when you are Greek, you are Greek. When you are Italian, you are Italian. When you are French, you are French. This all together mixed. I
Yes.
don't understand it. I don't
It
get
just
it.
bastardizes it.
I cannot marry it all together. It's
Yeah.
separate for me. You have to, for me, if you have to learn something and you follow this, try to make it better, 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 better. If you confuse it with all together, like Chinese, Greek, Italian, all together mixed, you're not good in nothing. In my opinion, maybe I'm wrong.
And you're not backing yourself to be good in one thing
Yes,
because you're like,
exactly.
oh, just in case, just in case. Like I recently came back from Bali and that happens a lot over there. You have a book of a menu. You go
Yeah.
sit down. I mean, some of the fine restaurants are divine, but some of these other fast food places, they're like, oh, we got to cover all bases. So you
No
go to
way.
Italian
Why
to
you-
Asian to
why you
Greek
gonna
to.
cover all the bases?
Do you know what I mean? And
People
you
they
might
have
get-
to know you for one thing.
I'll
That's
tell you right now,
right.
there's one place up near my house. I live on the other side of town, and there's one pizza place we've never been to until recently. It says wood oven pizza. And so when we first moved, we thought, beautiful, wood oven pizza. But underneath it says barbecue ribs and dumplings. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then and I said to my wife, I said, we're not going there. I said, I'm Italian. There's no way I'm getting pizza from somewhere that does dumplings and barbecue ribs. That doesn't make sense, especially, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
What are you doing? Yeah.
I had lunch with a friend of mine. No, I'm sorry because I feel like his palate might not be right.
right.
But he goes to me, he
Makes
goes, Vince, he goes, the best, we just moved into the area and we get wood oven pizza every Friday night. It's the best wood oven pizza from this place. And I said, there's no way that you get it from there when there's another proper Italian place down the road that's beautiful. You go here. He goes, yeah. I said, oh, look, just because you've said it's good, I will try it. I swear to God, it was the worst wood oven pizza I've ever had. It was so rubbish. But again, why would I go to a place that does dumplings, wood
Yeah.
oven pizza, barbecue ribs?
Yeah.
It doesn't match.
I'll go straight to the wood oven pizza place.
Yeah.
Pizza Regina, if you're listening, there you go.
But are you a believer there needs to be one leader in the kitchen? Like,
Oh, yeah.
one leader?
The guy that he guides, everybody has to be a one. The guy that he guides,
He guides.
has to be
But he
one.
makes the decisions.
decision goes all together. The final decision is his.
Okay, yes.
Because if you have a big kitchen and you have, the pastry place, you have the order place, you have the salad bar, you have the main dishes all together.
Yeah.
Okay, you are the leader and you make the menu. People, they have to adapt your menu.
Yeah.
If you have him pound him down, you're never going to learn. You have to make him how to love this, how to make it better. Even 'cause
Encourage.
that you are the leader and you do something, it doesn't mean you are the best,
That's right.
Maybe something that
can
you don't
learn.
know,
Yeah.
that you don't know, he's
Yeah.
going to help you with something, little small changes to make it a little better than you think.
Yeah.
So you have to listen. But at the end of the day, yes, you organize everything. You don't have too much people to speak.
Yep.
But, it's time like a meeting time that they call. Now, that they stay all together down and we talk about it and we listen also to the customers. Because
Yeah.
you're not going like an ego and said, oh, I do this. You eat it, you don't like it, fuck you.
No, you got to fix
No.
it.
Because at the end of the day, you do it for the customers. And
Yeah.
the customer has to come. It doesn't mean that the customer is going to change you,
Yeah.
what you want, but you got to adapt what the people want. If you don't, if people that don't like it, just throw it.
Yeah.
Bingo, put something new
Yep.
until you find what all the customers come. But at the end of the day, in my experience, so many years, I'm 49 years now. I do this for all my life. I don't remember to do something else. And you tell me for the Regina pizza before. When you go to Regina, you eat only just a pizza. Yes,
That's
pizza.
it. Just pizza. That's all they do.
Even if you have pasta, if you have another
Yeah,
thing, you
not
just have
even.
a,
They don't even do it.
so all the customers, all the people, when we go someplace, we go, even if you have 11 or 100 plates there, we go specifically for one thing
One
there.
dish, yeah.
Always. So
Yeah.
Yep.
you have your signature plate there. So the people, they're going to know, I'm going to go to Yanni because I'm going to eat the lamb. Usually
Yes.
in my place, they used to come for the lamb.
Yeah.
But, you have other stuff to merge all together. They
Yes.
eat all there. But at the end of the day, that's like you said before, like pizza, dumplings,
Yeah.
and I don't know,
Rice.
tartar doesn't go together.
No.
So I'm Greek, so I'm better with the Greek.
That's
Even
right.
if I start my kitchen adventure without my mother's guidance, because my mother is also chef, and my yaya, my grandmother, I started for the Italian guy because I opened a place 2004, one of my first places, like a restaurant. Before I was with the Bouzoukia. Bouzoukia place is a more fun place, dancing and
Yes.
Yeah.
make fun. And I opened this place 2004, and I used to import from Italy coffee beans, and
Yep.
we cook it and then we sell it in the places.
Okay. Yep.
And I went, a lot of trips down there to find different things to import. And I used to go in a specific place, in a specific restaurant in Roma. And this guy, he was chef and also he was entertainer. He goes outside to speak with the customer. I just love the guy. And I said, you can travel one time in Greece. I'm going to pay you everything. Just come in Greece. Maybe we need to open a place together. He said, he was 31 years old then. Anthony, then his name. He said, no, I'm going to pay. It's too close. No, I'm going to pay you everything. Just come. He came in Greece. And we just, you find somebody who, even if you never know him, you get so close. You think that you know him all your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, he came back and I said, let's go open a place. I used to have a restaurant open and before it was like a Chinese restaurant. I didn't cook. I have guys inside there to work, Chinese people. And I bust my chops always, always problems with them. Fuck them, motherfucker. I kicked them out.
Yeah.
And I put the Adon inside there to work the place, open the Italian kitchen. And he said to me, you cannot have a business. I will never forget this. You cannot have a business to run if you don't know what the fuck you sell, man.
100%.
Yes.
So you have to be with me inside there.
Yeah.
The guy, he was, the bad thing was he was drinking like crazy. Okay, I started with him because this was my first experience. And the guy, he's He dies after 6 months of
Oh.
cancer in the stomach.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I learned so many things of him. And he was one of the big, I think if it's not the biggest teacher of my life, he was one of the biggest teachers.
Yeah.
Mentor.
He said to me, my friend, you don't cook with recipes by grams, you cook by your heart.
Yes.
And your mom, like your mama in the home, and you're
Yes.
like a normal.
Yes.
And you have base because my he knows from my mother. And your mother has this. Just when you want, you don't know, just call your mother, man. Just call your mother. And yeah, I follow him.
And it's
Yeah.
all worked out for you. Can I ask, do you watch these shows on television like MasterChef, My Kitchen Rules?
Never.
Never?
What?
Don't?
No, never.
No, I wanted to know your thoughts on that. Or, if you were ever invited on to judge one of these shows.
They called me from Greece to be a judge in this.
Yeah.
Week. So last year, didn't they?
For MasterChef.
Yeah.
For MasterChef. Yeah.
No, not interested.
My Kitchen Rules here wanted him to go on there.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to go on there.
I don't like.
He
stuff
doesn't
like
like attention like that. Yeah.
Well, hello, Eugene.
that. First this. Second.
Hello, Nancy. So you've, I feel like I'm looking at Fatina is me and Yanni is Eugene.
I don't like also this timing. Oh, I gotta do that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
don't like having the pressure
10
of doing
seconds.
it.
Ah,
Yeah.
come on, it's 10 seconds. Everybody's accepting.
And everyone's finished, and they haven't even started cooking, but then
Correct.
they're all finished within that
How
10
they
seconds.
tasted cold and all this together. It's just show people that go
Yeah.
like that. I don't judge the people that they go.
Yeah.
It doesn't shoot for me. Like,
Yeah.
It's such a different things. And I don't know how an Australian guy, he's going to judge something that he never eat before. How
Yeah.
He's going to judge a Greek food.
Yeah.
Because even if I win something like that, I'm going to cook something with my
Yeah.
tradition. So you're going to judge me if it's good. You don't know what the
You don't know
fuck
what
is
good
my
is,
food,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not for me. And
Not
I
for
cannot
you.
judge also Chinese food. I cannot judge. I can judge Italian because it's very similar with mine.
Yep.
It's exactly, it's just small things, different. We call the Greeks better, the Italians better, stupid things. But at the end of the day, it's exactly the same.
I
So-
love Italian food, but I love Greek food.
love Greek
I
food.
actually find it different.
It's funny
Just
because
different items.
for my
to
birthday
choose.
for the last
Yeah.
couple of years, I've actually opted for Greek food.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
and that
so
sounds
small.
crazy, doesn't it? I say
Yeah.
crazy because my family will be listening and they'll be like, "Really? You preferred Greek food for your birthday meal?" I was like,
You know,
"Yeah,
the
octopus."
Italian kitchen. The Italian kitchen is based to the Sicily and based to the upper south of Italy. You know that we was the first colonels there.
Yes.
Like Sicily, it's Greek name.
Or even like Calabria. There's still a
Napoli,
lot
Calabria,
of
all this is the
Greeks.
the base of the Italian. And this, I know it from the Italian guy before, I said before. And, that's why it's so similar, everything.
yeah
Okay, the people, they adapt different things because different,
regions
the
and
region
different
and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Some put the extra things, some take some things. So just that's why it's so little difference. You call spaghetti bolognese, we call spaghetti with keema, with meat.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We didn't take from Italian. We do it alone.
You do it your way.
Or for the lasagna, the bechamel that the French they call like that. Well, my grandmother, she didn't went never in the fucking French. She knew how to make the bechamel. She didn't do it with a butter.
Yeah.
She do it with the fat of the pork or with olive oil.
Yep.
So how is Italian this bechamel? Bechamel
Yeah.
is all around the world.
That's
like we
right.
call it kurkuti.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Something.
the name of the Greek shit.
I've got to ask you two, who does the cooking at home? Yeah?
Yeah.
Every night?
Every day.
Yeah. So you are the good
She's
cook.
a very busy girl, so she
Yeah.
has a lot of stuff to do.
Have you got this thing that he cooks you clean? How's it go? Yeah. Wow, I like that. I like that setup.
When he first moved to Australia, I was
Yeah.
cooking for him to
Ah, fuck
impress
yeah,
him.
man. God, man.
How did that go?
But the
Hey,
chicken-
he's still here.
She
And he
she
was
makes
like-
me the first time a
because like,
chicken,
yes,
a whole
Moromo, it's
chicken. She
beautiful,
put a whole bucket of rosemary, destroy the fucking place. Still, I have this.
It's still tasting
Like, two things I have in my mouth: this and the fucking Vegemite. My God!
I
He
don't like
thought it-
Vegemite.
I had
Listen,
it in my
when I
cupboard,
came-
and
when I-
he
yeah.
thought it was chocolate.
Yeah, I thought it's-
I've had Italian
And it
cousins
just-
do the
it's
same thing.
Have a spoonful. Ruins you.
There's your cholesterol through the roof.
I have a shock. I think I have knocked down, like it beat me in the fucking
Yeah.
face. I said, "Oh my God!" From them, even when I see it in the
I love it.
desk there, I change my head. I hate it.
The best.
Yeah.
I didn't give it any chance after that.
Yeah.
Like,
Look, we don't want you to say any names or whatever of places, but how do you rate the restaurants in Adelaide?
I
Is there some good ones?
didn't went in too many places over here, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't go out that much to eat.
I
Well, you don't
wouldn't.
need to, really.
wouldn't,
Okay.
no.
Save money. Bloody hell.
And
Some money.
I can taste the difference straight away from eating his food.
Yeah.
Like all the time. And I'm like, yeah, it just doesn't. It's
Listen,
not to be.
Well,
big
because it's
headed
what
or
you're
anything.
used to.
No, it's,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
100%.
all that it is.
That's
yeah.
like, I'll
If you
never-
go in the Greek restaurants over here, the difference is like, I think the chefs and the owners, they try to adapt the Greek kitchen with the Australian.
Yes.
Because
The
they're
Australian
afraid-
palate's
from-
different.
From
though.
what I speak for some of them,
Yeah.
because they're afraid about the people, maybe they don't like it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, my place, when I have it over there, I do it exactly how we do it there. Even
Yeah.
Fotini said me, nah, I don't do it because we eat. I said, I don't give a fuck how you eat it
Nah,
over here. I'm gonna do it
authentic.
like
100%.
that. If
Yeah.
people like it, they're going to like it. If you don't like it, because
Yes.
I'm
See
going
you
to have,
later.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I don't like nothing over here.
Yeah.
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 Because they make it close to the Australian.
Mm-hmm.
So
Totally.
it doesn't mean it's not good. But just like a
It's not good for me.
like a
It's not
Greek,
good.
like a Greek food. If you introduce yourself like a Greek traditional something,
Yeah.
and it's not traditional, it's not traditional.
100%.
You can tell the Greek version of something, okay, just change the name. But if you want, because me, when I cook, that's not my recipes. It's just Greek traditional
Yeah.
Yeah.
recipes. Like, I create some things, but I don't want to go in this.
You don't try to change it to make it
No,
more
I
adaptable
don't.
for
It's just-
Australian.
listen,
audiences or
from
anything.
Creta, Creta is the
Yes.
big
Yep.
island, until the Soufli. Soufli is from the other side of Greece, this is the south with the north. So, let's say pasticcio, okay, let's say it's moussaka, which is the most popular, over the Australians over here. We make it different ways because each area use some different ingredients or he takes some. It doesn't
Yeah.
mean that it's wrong. I know, let's say for pasticcio, I know 100 different versions of pasticcio.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that the 99 with the one is wrong.
Yep, yep.
It just, I do with which from all this I think is better for my taste.
Yeah.
But everybody has different taste, Maybe somebody it doesn't like it. But I think that when I cook, I try to do it that the most of the people they're gonna like it. Somebody not gonna like it. It's okay. It's
You can't
fine.
please everyone.
No,
No,
it's-
that's right.
And that's the
fine.
thing. If you
And
try to please everyone, you end up with
then you fucked up.
then you end up with dumplings, pizza.
Then you
Yeah.
You know.
And you don't want to change your menu, like you say, because, you might lose someone that doesn't like that food, but the ones that keep coming back, because they're coming back
But
for
you can
the
explain
reason.
him. But you can explain him. This that I learned from this guy, the
That's-
Italian.
yeah.
And this I follow in all my places, and especially here. I always cook the food, and then I service the customer. Even if I have a restaurant inside there, waiters.
Yeah,
I
you go and
serve
talk.
them. I when I take
Yes.
the orders, I speak to them. They come to me and give the orders like that and speak and make fun. If somebody doesn't like it, just change the plate. Like,
Yeah.
because maybe I'm going to lose this today for you. And I'm
Okay.
going to take a profit, but you're going to come back to me.
Yes.
So because you're going to say, I didn't like this food this day, and he give me other
Because you
food.
listened.
Yeah, of course I'm
Yeah.
going to listen, because it doesn't mean that it's bad, my food. It means that in his mouth, it doesn't go well. So
Yeah.
I give him some other food. Okay,
Okay.
you find some stubborn people that, they can find everything
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Then she came one girl, and then she screamed one time, like, I don't like that. You don't like nothing? And then all the customers there, they went, shut up, bitch. They scream here. Yeah. And then I took money from my pocket, and I gave, take 100 euro and go eat from the other restaurant over here. I don't want you to get in my place.
Yeah.
That's it. Then you go off your clothes. I said, still you got to be respectful, but show here like, okay.
That's fine.
Not
yeah.
for you.
The door is open, the dog is in the chain. You can go wherever you want. That's it.
Yeah.
My biggest thing every night is just thinking of what to cook. Do you plan for the week?
You got to.
Never.
Never. No,
Oh,
I can't see. I can
Here
see
I am
him
being
just
like, you have
opening
to.
the cupboard. Yeah, no, you just open the cupboard. I do love that. Sometimes I'm like my mum in the sense of like, I'll open the cupboard and I go, oh, there's nothing in there. And then all of a sudden you've made a meal out of nothing. I love that we've, got that from our heritage. But every night at dinner time, you don't think during the day or the day before, I'll grab this and I'll make this tomorrow. It's just whatever you've got.
Only if
or-
I'm craving something.
Yeah.
When I ask him what are we going to eat today,
Yeah.
and I'm like, well, when he asks me,
Forget about it.
I go, and I can never decide. He goes, para mi teléfono, like ring me up and tell me.
Yeah, because
Because I can
Let me
never
know when you
decide.
Yes.
I didn't know what I'm going to cook. Just
And you're
go.
not even cooking it and you can't think. I say to Eugene all the time, what should we have for dinner tomorrow night? And do you know what his answer is every time? What do you think? Well, if I had a bloody clue, I wouldn't ask you. Because I'm blank this day and he'll just put it back on. I don't know. What do you think?
Wow, I feel super organised in our house, like compared to both of your families here.
Yeah.
Like we do on a Sunday night when we sit down, we're like, all right, we talk about the week, what's coming up,
Yeah.
what's happening in our diaries, what's happening with the kids.
I've
and then we
done
look at our
that.
menu, we put it on the fridge, we go, Monday night, what are we going to eat this week? And we put it all down and then we'll do the spearza or the shop. We'll go to buy everything on the Monday or whatever, all the fixings and the groceries. And then depending who cooks, like I'll cook like 2 or 3 nights a week at least. She'll do the same, Joya, and we always mix it up. But we always plan. And it's the nights when we don't plan that we end up, and it's happened this week with me. So my wife's away at the moment. She's in Tasmania. And I said as a joke, I was like, I'm going to go to my mum's every night this week for dinner. I've been at my mum's every night this week for dinner so far.
Oh, that's good.
But I know it's the best. But she's also sent me home with, she's
Leftover.
not even leftovers, but I brought home a pot of sauce with sausages and meatballs. I brought home a frittata with fresh sausage in it. I brought home a pot of soup. I've got a whole loaf of fresh bread. Like I said to Mum, but who do you think is eating this? Like it's just me. So if you guys want to come and eat, please. I've got so much food in my home. You can come and taste my mum's food. But we're very planned out.
We do plan it sometimes, but then do you know what happens in our household? I can't do one big shop. And usually will even say don't, because
Really?
if it's there, he'll eat it.
This is what you do, the bitsy shop. You go to little
I
bits
have
and
to.
pieces.
I have to think, what am I cooking? I
can't.
hate it.
No.
So you go every day?
Well, I don't go every
I can't do
day,
that.
but I go a couple of times a week for
I
sure.
go every day.
Huh?
I go every day.
I don't go every
I
day.
just go. I'm going the place. I go to shopping and I see stuff and then I decide.
Then you
Yeah.
decide once you're
what I want.
inspired by
And then I
something.
call her. Do you want this? If she said yes. If she doesn't want, eat
It's
whatever
like-
you want. I'm gonna eat this.
That's
It's
what
like
you need.
Christmas every night at your house. It's like you must sit down and go, what have I got? What have I got?
The only thing I won't eat is pork. So
Yeah.
But even though
But we love pork, Greeks.
Love it. Love it.
We
I
don't like.
it at all.
Don't like it?
Here they think that the lamb is the most important in our kitchen. No, it's not about. It's pork.
Yeah.
Lamb is for a special occasion.
Yeah.
We used to eat more. Even the Italians more with pork.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. They do. I'm now about 25 years vegetarian. No offense to anyone that eats meat at all, just because I had one bad experience, never went back. But
Is that what it was? One bad experience?
One bad. No,
Okay.
I was sick one night, and then I don't even know if it was the meat, but in my head it was that, and I've
Yeah.
never gone back. But even when I ate meat, hated pork. Maybe it was growing up doing the sausages and that smell or whatever.
Oh, see, I live for that.
Oh.
I miss that. I said to my dad when we do the
No
sausage.
pork on your fork.
Nah.
In my house. No
I said to
pork.
Dad, that's the thing I actually want to learn, because I remember growing up, we used to do everything. We do sausages, capicola, prosciutto,
Yeah.
the
The
whole pig,
sauce.
the sauce, olives.
The
we still
olives,
do
yep.
it, but we haven't done the pig for a few years. And I said to Dad, my favourite childhood memories is that walking into the garage and seeing a pig hanging up, and then watching my uncles and my dad butcher the pig, and my job was to put the salt or
Okay, I
help with
feel
the
sick.
skins,
Yeah.
and I'd
I
do
remember
that.
seeing all of that. My favourite part was having everyone over because that smell.
And
to
maybe
this
that's part of it
day,
too.
I
But for
can
me, it
smell
was watching our family, because, like you said, Yanni, as well. Like our family, my parents both come from Italy. They came from families, 6 kids in one, 12 kids in another, and they didn't have a lot of money, so everything was eaten. We ate everything,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah, of
how
course,
we
you don't throw nothing.
we throw
Yeah.
nothing away in our
Yeah.
house. So watching that as a kid was really interesting here in Australia, I think, to witness that. And I say to Dad now, more so, I want to learn it now as an adult, because I can cook mum's sauce, I can cook the pasta, I can make pasta, I can do all those things, but I can't do the pig. I can't butcher a
Yeah.
pig. But if you show
Did
me,
you ever try?
No, I haven't tried, not as an adult,
See,
but I want
I've
to.
helped
I
a
need
million
to.
times.
I've
Being the
helped.
veggie, I've helped. I've seen it. I can't say I'll be able to do it from
No,
scratch.
but
on
it's
my
the
own.
knowledge of knowing how to do it
Yeah.
with their guidance. Because
Yes.
if I don't learn it now, Nance, and this is
that's
what
right.
I'm struggling with as we're getting older, and obviously we deal with mortality or whatever, I think to myself, once my parents, heaven forbid,
Yes.
touch wood, they pass on,
Yes,
and
you don't want to
that
lose it.
generation, it's gone.
Yeah.
There's no one else in Australia.
Yeah.
Like that generation of Greeks or Italians or the Europeans, all the people who migrated here in that era, who brought the culture,
Yeah.
The
who
first
brought
generation
those
that
things.
came with
They were
it.
the first ones here. And so without them, I don't want to go to my butcher and just say, can I have 3 Italian sausages? I want to know the pig came from my uncle's farm, or it
Yeah.
came from a farm that we know, and they killed it,
Kill it, skin it.
they've done
cut
it properly. They've done
everything.
it, humanely, and I know where the foods come from. That to me is the journey from farm to plate
Yeah.
that I love, and
Yeah.
that's where I see the family connection. And I look
Yeah.
at that food, I look at the things that Mum puts on the table, and I go, "Geez,
That's why they don't have the beautiful taste that I used to have. All that we call, everybody says, taste. The old times they taste more. Yeah, it tastes more because we didn't eat everyday pork. We eat
That's
Yes.
right.
specifically
Yes.
15 days.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you
why
know.
the taste. Because now we eat everyday pork, so the taste not exactly. If
And-
you
and the
if you're
vegetables.
craving, it's much better.
100%.
You eat every day.
100%.
Sunday mornings when I was growing up in Murray Bridge and I could smell that bread. Mum would
yeah.
make the bread once a week in the oven. And we've got the wood oven here. I should get you over to test it out, Yanni, because we've made bread in it, but Mum still hasn't come over. She's like, I've got to make a batch of bread in your
Yeah.
oven. And I'm like, I'm here for it
On the
because
Vic,
then
whenever you
I
want.
want to carry it forward her way.
Yeah.
Because that taste, there's
Nothing
just
beats it. Nothing beats it
like
at home. But it's changed so much. Like the food that we eat at home, and I'll say we, my parents' home, even to this day still, and at home when we grew up, all the vegetables we ate came from Nonna's garden.
Correct.
Exactly. What
It
the,
came
what
from-
the garden has this period of
In
time.
that season.
It
correct.
came
The
from
winter,
it
it
came
was the
from their
cabbage
garden.
and stuff
That's
like
right.
that.
Yes.
Mum never went to the grocery store to buy fruits and veg. It all came from their garden at home, or the nonna, or my auntie, or someone, and it still does. And then now, when we buy groceries, when we buy fruit and vegetables, it doesn't. There's nothing that tastes because it's not the same. Food is not the same now as it was 20 years ago. Would you agree with that?
Of course,
Absolutely.
they make it to grow up faster,
Yeah.
Fertilizer.
And to stay fresh longer.
stay fresh longer.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not real. Like it's all. What's the word? Altered,
Yeah.
enhanced,
Bastardized.
bastardized.
Bastards.
Because I tell you what, my dad brings me tomatoes, or like he'll say, bring the kids down to the block because he's got a veggie garden, and we'll go. And my kids will spend in summer, I don't know how many hours we spend there picking tomatoes.
Yeah.
And my boys love it. And they're eating the tomatoes. They're like, Dad, this one tastes really sweet. Dad, this one. I said, yes, it doesn't taste like the ones in the packet.
Yeah.
Or Dad's got a tomato that's got all these bumps and rumps
Yes.
in it, and it looks like 3 tomatoes joined together.
The
But
trust.
it's just, oh my god, the best. I could
The
talk about
best.
food all day.
But anyway, if you're on
Too many
Instagram
chefs.
and if you haven't followed The Real Greek Chef, you're living under a rock, get out of the rock. On YouTube, the channel, weekly recipes pretty much. If you're inspired or you want to be inspired about what to cook, have a look at the channel. It's all there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's so many great things, Yanni, that you've shared today. And I feel like we've talked a lot, but we also haven't talked a lot. But
Yeah.
all the things you've said have been clear on like sticking to your values,
Yes.
right? And these are things I think people should take away.
Mm-hmm.
Trust yourself. Pick one thing and pursue that if you're passionate about it. Don't try to fucking try and do everything and be good at it because you end up being good at nothing.
One thing
Yeah.
you try to be the better of this.
Oh, I
better
love
version from you.
Yeah.
Not better version of others.
That's
because if
right.
you are a bit better from yourself, the better version of yourself, you're gonna have a good chance to be one of the best,
That's right.
100%. And people, like you said,
It's not everything competition, my brother.
no, definitely
Oh,
not. Definitely not.
yay. There's room for
Definitely not.
everyone.
But it's the idea, like you said, you can't please everyone as well.
No.
Everyone's got different tastes, and that's for food, for everything in life. So, you do the best you can do. Those who like it will come.
Yeah.
And the ones who don't,
You cannot please everybody.
That's
Never.
it.
Never. You don't need to please everybody.
no. That's
You
where we
gotta
get-
have also people that they don't like you because you're gonna make it better even because you need everybody.
You need them to drive you.
of course. 'cause-
100%.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yanni, you've been such a pleasure to talk to
Such
today.
a pleasure. And now I'm hungry and I'm only going to offer you fruit because there's no way I'm offering a chef in my house food because I'm nervous. Even having him here today, I'm like, what am I going to offer him? I'll offer him fruit because I don't have to cook it.
You're
and then
funny. You're
I
funny.
can't compete. I cannot
look.
and I will not.
Thank you so much for coming in today and having a chat with us, Fatini. Thank you. It's so lovely to see you again as well.
So nice to see you. Again, we mentioned it on another show. Still to date, our number. Hey, your husband might knock you off because you currently are our number one listened to episode of Livin' by a long shot. You got some work to do. All right, let's put it out there.
No pressure.
Well, it's the
Let's-
same for me. As long as it's the first, I'm first also.
Both
love it,
winning.
I
No
love it,
I
I
in
love it.
team. I love it.
Oh my goodness. Yanni, thank you so much. Go follow him at The Real Greek Chef on Instagram. Look him up on YouTube as well. And if you haven't already, jump onto Instagram. Follow us at livin_podcast. We'll see you next week.
Am I living?
Oh, okay. Well, now the big question here, Yanni.
What's for lunch?
What's for lunch?
I can read your mind.
That's the big question. I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, my stomach's rumbling.
I eat only one time a day.
You eat once a day.
Yeah, and sometimes I eat every 48 hours.
Okay, we're coming back with another episode.
Fasting. I love it. I'm into
Okay.
it.